Hi guys, I know it's been a long day since I have posted my last video, but I'm gonna show you something different today. Today's video will be a little longer because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to do a FARO shuffle. Now FARO shuffle is an interesting shuffle because it uses some mathematical principles which is really awesome and cool, and if you are a magician or if you are a mathematician, you will definitely like this move. Because if you are a magician, you will like these moves, concepts and other theories, and if you are a mathematician, you will like the practical use of maths in the magic. Now we all know that magic is something which uses scientific explanations and scientific principles. So this move, the FARO shuffle, is one of the moves. It uses many mathematical principles and algebraic formulas that you can use in these moves and convert them into some magical effects. I'm gonna talk about those later. So let's talk about a brief history of this move. Now this move was originally created by Percy Diaconis, who was a theoretical mathematician and also a magician, and this shuffle was perfectly explained by Josh Maskelyne, who called it dealer's shuffle. Now there are two types of FARO shuffle. One is out FARO and the other one is in FARO. Now the most of the magicians use out FARO is the move that uses the magical principle of the FARO shuffle. In out FARO, the top card and the bottom card will remain in the same position as it was before, and the other card's formation will be changed, but this position that the top card will remain at the top and the bottom will remain at the bottom. This uses the magical principle and it can be used for magical effects. Now I'm going to talk about some facts which you can use if you have mastered the FARO shuffle, both in FARO and out FARO. You can use these facts. If you do 8 out FARO shuffles perfectly, the deck will come at the similar position at which it was before the FARO shuffles. And if you add 12 more cards in the deck, which means it will have 64 cards, and if you do 6 out FARO shuffles, the result will be the same. Now if you place a card in the deck and remember its position by number, after that if you out FARO the deck, the card's position will be multiplied by 2 minus 1, and if you do in FARO, the result will be exactly the opposite. And if you want the deck to come in the primary position, you have to in FARO the deck 52 times perfect. Now when you will do it 26 times, you actually reverse the whole deck order in the opposite way. I know it's really confusing and really like time travel or something, but it's really awesome. Now when the theoretical uses were really going viral with the FARO shuffle, Alex Emsley, who was a really famous mathematician and a magician, came up with new ideas to position a card and how to actually find it using the binary numbers. So if you want a card which is on the top in 19th position, and that's -1, 18, do it in binary, which is 1 0 0 1 0. And where the ones are in shuffles and the zeros are out shuffles, means that you have to do in shuffle, out shuffle, in shuffle and out shuffle, and after that your card which was in the top will be in the 19th position from the top card. Mind blowing, right? At first when you are listening these things from me, that these things are mathematically very cool, you will be very amazed, and when you will do it yourself and found new ways to do things, do new magic tricks, you will find it really amazing and very interesting to research about the moves and find new ways to do magic tricks. But these things will only work if you learn the FARO shuffle properly, and for that you have to practice it very hard. You have to find the faults where you are mistaking and why you are not being able to do a perfect FARO shuffle. Good luck for that. Let's get into the tutorial. Hey guys, so here's the tutorial of FARO shuffle. Now before going into the tutorial, I want to say that FARO shuffle is one of the moves that creates new ideas and moves and many flourishes, like Friffle shuffle or cascade. The most basic is the cascade and water bend. Before teaching those moves, I had to teach FARO shuffle, so I wanted to give that tutorial in advance. Now this shuffle is not really much going on here, but here are the few little things that you have to remind before doing this shuffle. Before going to the shuffle, hold the deck in the elevated dealer's grip. Different cardists and magicians have their own way to hold the card and do the FARO shuffle from different ways. Some do it from the upper part, some do it from the lower part. It depends on them. when you are starting doing the FARO shuffle, you check every possible angle. You can check from the top, you can check from the bottom, and whenever you feel comfortable, do the shuffle from that area. Now what I do is first hold the deck in the dealer's grip, elevated dealer's grip, break the top half of the packet. Now at first when you are doing that, you will not have the idea of where the exact half will be. Now as you can see, the lower packet is little bit smaller, so you will split one card and put that on the upper part, and now you have both 26 and 26 cards. As you can see the thickness. To do an out FARO shuffle, you have to put the top card on the top, so you have to split the one card on the top, and like this you will get a perfect out FARO shuffle like this. I'm gonna show you again. So to do an out FARO shuffle, you have to split the deck in exact two halves. As you can see, I've broken in exact two halves. Now the top card have to remain at the top, and the other cards will weave like this. Now I will show you from frame to frame to how to do this FARO shuffle very perfectly. Now first break these cards. Now the first thing you have to do before doing the shuffle is to square these cards perfectly and hold them really tightly. As you can see, this hand, I'm holding it very tightly with my thumb and middle finger, and index finger is curled to make the grip very tight. You can see it right here. I'm holding the deck very tightly. You can see that this area is perfectly squared up and is a plane, because you shouldn't have any problem while doing the FARO. Now I have similar number of cards in my both hand. I'm ready to do the FARO. At first when you are doing, take these piles in the corner and just rub it with them. At this process you will be able to weave these cards slowly. At first you won't be able to weave perfect each and every card to interweave, but as the time will go, you will be able to do perfect shuffles, and there will be no problem for you to do a FARO shuffle. After you held these piles very tightly and perfectly, rub this area and you will be able to do a perfect shuffle. Split the deck from half, manage the cards if you feel that these two piles are not similar in size. Tight this, just tap these two piles with each other and you will feel that these cards are squared up, and after you feel that these cards are squared up, touch them to their corner, just rub for some times and you will get a perfect weave like this, as you can see. And after that you will be able to complete your shuffle. Now one thing that matters very much is the quality of the cards. If you do it with any plastic coated cards, then it will be really difficult, because the plastic coated cards are really thick and they will not FARO well. But if you do it with the bicycle standard decks or any type of perfectly finished cards, bicycle standards is not the ideal, but it's okay to do the FARO with this deck. I'm gonna show you the last time. Split the deck from exact half position, give or take cards to make these two piles similar in size, that will have 26 in both of them. Now I can feel that the top packet had less cards, so I will take one card in the top packet. Now square them up, tap against each other so it will be squared up. Now bring these two piles in the corner, rub it for a few times, and these cards will automatically FARO against each other. Now some tips that I want to give you, that don't rub these cards much, because your cards will be damaged in that way. Just do it very softly. At first you won't be able to take each and every card interweaved, but after many times of practice, many times of observations, you'll be able to break similar sized piles and to FARO them perfectly like this. So it was the tutorial of how to do a FARO shuffle. I hope you liked it, and I'm very sorry for the delay that I have delayed almost 2 weeks to post this video, but I promise you that there will be at least 1-2 videos on my channel. There can be 3 videos on my channel, but I'm getting really busy now, so I will try my best to put 2 videos at least weekly, and put some flourishes and cardistry tutorials. I hope you support me. Thanks to all, and goodbye.